Welcome back, everyone, to some more Farming Sim. Yay, farming. Don't know where that came from. I had a sip of rum, now I'm all giddy. Contracts. We did pick up another contract. It was cultivating. We still have lots of harvesting to do. I mean, 106 is cotton. It's 20 grand. I'm actually thinking that one would be pretty good. That's also cotton and a little bit of other stuff, but we'll accept the contract for cotton since I'm staring at the machine. And it's been repaired, so we might as well head out and go at this one. I think we still have field 32. Like, don't get me wrong, we have lots of friggin' work to do. I still need to get out into our own field. We need to get onto our seeding, because that's coming up relatively quick. That's not what I was looking at all. It's field 106. Okay, I know where that is. Whether or not I can miss everything while I turn. And off we go. Field 106. We can just have him do his own thing. Basically. So yeah. We have one cultivating job we gotta do. We got all that baling left to do. We have all the trucking of the baling to do to the fermenting island of despair. We have the cultivation to do, which I'm actually just going to grab one of the tractors with the cultivator and just send them willy-nilly out in the wild. Cultivating field 84 for 56,000. I mean, no expenses into it basically, and just that. So we'll just take one of the tractors that are abandoned out here. I mean, we still have tons of rocks to pick here. But okay, that's not too bad. I don't actually think I have any rocks whatsoever here yet. No. So we just have a few more rocks there to go. Stops. Nope, speed sign. Yep, speed signs kill, people. So yeah, we can set out one of them to just go out and cultivate. We can do that. This guy doesn't matter. We'll set him up down on 106, which is down over yonder here. We can have him go back and forth. He can vacuum up some cotton. He can do all the good stuff down there. What have you, it doesn't matter. We'll have him do his thing. Hey, look at that. Yeah, we have a fair bit actually to do, which is, I mean, good or bad, I don't know, or indifferent. But we should really try to focus on getting the baling done. I do want to get wheat in on one of our fields at least. It's not the big one, but I can deal with the big one at a certain point of time. But yeah, no, we gotta sort of focus, focus, and just dig in and try to get our stuff done. The contracts done. I mean, contracts, technically speaking, are keeping us afloat. So I can't say too much in regards of anything negative. So what's really funny about the title of Seeding Life is it actually does provide a certain amount of actual life, so there is that. And we are just about there. Also trying to get this one freaking little game thing done too. And me phone. I bet I know where the cotton is. Since I don't see any other trees here, let's sort of quasi do the first round here and then have them go back and forth. I know I don't necessarily want to, and well, actually, truth be told, well, he's fine. He's still in the middle of nowhere doing diabolical things. Okay, I know these two are close, so hopefully this guy just continues off in this direction. I mean, he does have a ways to go, so pick me rocks. Pick them. Yes, swine devil. Okay. Well, seeing how the tractor is here with the cultivator on, I want to say I'm just going to go next door and see about gassing this baby up, and then let's haul him down to field 84 and just let him have at it. I mean, if I'm busy doing a couple other things, especially doing the baling, I mean, this works out if he's out cultivating. That's $56,000. It is actually a fairly simple, easy job. As long as I can get through the gate. There we go. Yeah, we should be able to do that pretty easily. Just have this guy go back and forth, do the cultivation. I'll do a little bit of the cotton picking over on yonder. And then we'll just get going on the baling, I guess. That's the bulk of it. Because, I mean, so long as we can go down one and just have him do this, that should be fine. I got tons and tons and tons and literally tons of bale picking to do, so and of course I got a ways to go. So, lots have happened. I mean, since the last time I've streamed, I mean, that was last Tuesday that I actually streamed some Farming Sim. So tonight I'm going to try to go a little bit longer. I know I have lots of work to do, but we'll try to give you the benefit of the doubt tonight, and whatnot. But yeah, lots went on. I did a job down south, and it went okay. I wouldn't say it was great. It wasn't spot on, beautiful, or whatever. I did the digging out. We got the form set, poured the concrete. No issues there for the sidewalk, and then it went to the wayside. Unfortunately, it went to the wayside after that. I have never, in the years of working, pouring cement or doing whatever, have I ever had a concrete company screw up so bad that we couldn't frickin' do anything with it. I mean, we got it poured, and within an hour of pouring, it was curing. I've never had concrete. I mean, it was, I wouldn't say it wasn't a hot day. It was sort of a hot day, but it wasn't It wasn't that hot, alright? But I looked at the paperwork afterwards, and I realized something real quick. Like, I mean, you could walk on this stuff and not leave hardly a trace after an hour. Even after 2, you're basically, it was starting to cure white. And I'm looking at this going, there's something seriously wrong. So I looked at the paperwork and went, in what world do you need 10% NCA in your cement? That gave us 10% NCA. This isn't regular cement. This stuff, I mean, you put calcium in your stuff when you want it to cure fast, and you want it to cure, like, hard. If 10% NCA would be like if you're pouring at minus 40, not when it's like 22 above. We couldn't even finish it. We could not even finish. Which is, again, it's just wild. My brain doesn't comprehend this. I mean, normally, it was only 6 yards. It's not like it was like 200-300 yards of cement, right? It was 6. So, I mean, we screeded it, no problem. We bow floated, rough bow float, just to, try to push down the gravel and bring up that nice milk. Or, Portland actually is what it is, but you push the rocks down, you bring up that nice coating. So we did that, and then I usually start putting rebar in. I don't usually like to bring it up. I usually like to push it down. That way I can guarantee the right height on it. I know some people say that's wrong. It's always worked out well for me until this one. I got 98% of the rebar in on the top part, and I got about, because I was only missing a little chunk, and I got probably 60% of it done on the other part, and after that it was like, I'm not getting any more in. It's just already too hard. I can stand on the stuff and not leave a footprint, alright? This stuff was just wild. So, yeah, no, unfortunately, it didn't go well. I feel bad for the client, too, because, I mean, the client, he was, you expect a certain amount of something to be done and whatnot, and obviously he was upset, and, like, we told him what went on in that, and he goes, honestly, guys, I'm not upset with you. Obviously, if something happened, it was out of your control. We can't do anything about it, right? Well, so he's now going after the company, see if they can actually do something about it. Because I mean, it is just utter bullshit. Is what it is. So I'm just going to go down here and I'm just going to let him loose with the whatchamajigger. Okay, so this guy will be dropping out a bale in a second. Guess I'm gonna unload it. Well, there's the first bail. I mean, we were already 80% there, anyways. So it was a disappointment on that. I mean, I still got paid for the work that I did, so it wasn't all bad, but I mean, it wasn't good either. And then, of course, the rest of the weekend was actually, it was a huge step forward in our relationship, and I enjoyed myself. I think she did too. And that was, of course, meet the parents. I mean, we all know what the importance of that actually signifies, and yes, it is that big. I mean, we're not children anymore, all right? This isn't like teenager bobber scenario here. This is literally a couple adults finding love and whatnot. Like I'm not even sure entirely about it myself, but I mean, it to me it went really well. All right, so I need to go BGVB. That one I do want to do an automatic drop. Clonk. Kadoosh. It takes a while to do in this one, just because of how many we have to do. But this is going to be my life for a bit tonight anyways, so we can try to, get this job done. Yeah, so it wasn't just go down meet the parents. We were doing she was doing anyway. She was doing Thanksgiving for her family way early. But that's the only time that the whole family is physically together. So it was like, yeah, okay. And she stresses out about this stuff. Like, I mean, stresses out, and it's like, no, I will come down. I'm down there anyways. I will come down and I will help you with the supper, right? Like, no questions asked, no issues on my part with helping or whatnot. It was basically like, yeah, okay, no issues, I will help. And she goes, well, I'll have to ask. I said, yeah. I'm babe, I'm not worried about it. I mean, yeah, you'll have to ask and whatnot, but it's like, I know. And yes, I did have to skip out. I had to move my screen down a little here so I could actually do everything. But yeah, I was like, no, babe, don't worry about it. So I'll come down and help you cook and support the family and all that. Not an issue. Your dad and I, of course, as you may well know from previous adventures or endeavors with your lives or whatnot, the dads are always super protective of their daughters. And by rights, that's actually a good thing. Not saying it's bad. But considering, like, these guys, I can't say anything bad about the family. They're amazingly supportive. They're actually really, really nice family. And yeah, I could just see me showing up my dirty ass pickup truck farm truck, and a guy that is, well, looks awkward in his suit. I wasn't wearing a suit. I was just wearing like track pants and a nice clean shirt and things like that. I could see them looking at me going, not what we were expecting. But at the same time, after they get to know me, it's like, holy crap, this is actually a well put together guy. Like this isn't what we were expecting and all, but it's actually, like a good guy. So, I mean, it worked out well. I am going to actually do the be right back real quick. Number one reason is I am going to shut the patio door. Just because it's getting dark out. I'm always worried about my fuzzboy. If you want to know what fuzzboy is, it's a 22-pound cat. I'll be right back. And he is a big boy. Very big boy. The house is really dark. Holy crap, is the house dark? Turning on lights. It's good out here. And yes, I know, I did not mean. For it is a big house. Takes me a bit to get from point A to point B. But fear not, I made it in good time. I mean, I live on the edge of a river valley, so I know it's important for the cat to have his freedom and the door open and all that. But I still fear for her safety. Because, I mean, there's lots of critters walking around out there. Actually gets me to another part of the story. Yeah, that was a good one. Well, the Norsk, not quite awake. Very much was sleeping. They're on the, they're a community, but they're on the edge of a field, right? And me being a farm kid, bolts up in the middle of the night. Here's a coyote howling. Farm kid in me automatically thinks, holy crap, there's a coyote outside. I must grab the gun and shoot it. Yep. Bolt out of bed. And I do mean I bolt out of bed. And I forget there's a step down where their hallway is, and I bolt out of there. I trip on the stairs. I land headfirst in front of one of the doors. Then I bolt back up and go, first my house, it'll be gun right here. And I reach over and I feel nothing. And then it dawns on me finally that, wait a minute, I'm not in my house. I am so glad that their first impressions of me wasn't this half-naked man, wearing basically nothing, man, at all. 3 o'clock in the morning, basically not really awake, going, gun, shoot coyote, and realize that I'm not where I normally am, and this might look weird. So yeah, that was fun. Oh, I am so glad nobody woke up and saw me, because I mean, how would I have explained that one to the family? They're just starting to get used to me. They're just starting to understand where I'm coming from and everything else. They really starting to like me as for me. And all of a sudden, there's this naked man traipsing across their house looking for a gun to shoot a coyote. Oh, yeah, no. Whoops. I mean, I have my moments. Sometimes I have my moments. So that was one episode that happened. Luckily, nobody heard me. Nobody saw me. So, whew, that one, I managed to save myself there. But overall, I mean, it was a really good trip. Me and the girlfriend, I think, grew a lot closer over this, which is good. If anything I can do as a takeaway for all this is, we have a lot in common, and if anything else, I just really enjoy her company. She's fun to be around. And I'm actually saying this, like, as somebody that's, I mean, I've been, unfortunately, around a lot of negativity my whole life. I've been around a lot of bad influences, you could say. And because of that, I mean, most of my exes, in their own right, I'll give them credit. I mean, I'm not that kind of guy. I'll give them in their own right, their own credit. They are, well, for the most part, were really thoughtful and really nice girls and things like that. But they weren't right for me. So, oops. I will honestly... I'm going to have to turn around here. I will honestly say they weren't right for me, and I never had the feeling. I mean, this is hard to explain, but when you get older, it's a lot easier to understand. And the big thing with it is that you know in your heart what you want, and you know in your heart what you desire. And a lot of times, those two things clash, and you're left with either one or the other. You're either left with what you want or what you desire. Not both. The relationship that I'm in now is something I can honestly say that I've never had in the 20-some years of dating. Is that I've never had somebody that meets 98% of the criteria. I mean, there's a few things that differ. I'm not perfect. She's not perfect. But she's perfect for me, if that made any sense at all. And yeah, I don't know. This even this trip going down and meeting her parents and all that, they got to see the side of us that they didn't otherwise know that was capable of being seen with their daughter. And because of it, I think we grew a lot closer together. I mean, I loved her before this, but more so now. So, I mean, it's all good. Like a 18-year-old me, if you said, 20 years down the road, you're going to find somebody eventually that'll be perfect for you. You'd go, yeah, whatever, don't care, right? I'm in it for the moment right now. And 18-year-old me did not understand what I wanted. Didn't understand that relationships are two-part. And relationships aren't 50-50. Let's be honest. Sometimes I can give 100%, sometimes I can give 10. It's just what it is, right? But it's that connection between two people that is the big difference. And this one, she gets it. She understands it, which to me is just super rare because one, I don't have to explain myself. She just understands, which is, again, to me and my little brain is, huh? What do you mean I don't have to explain this 400 times? She just understands this. What? Right? I don't know. So, all in all, I can say this weekend was fantastic. We actually talked more now about like long term, what we desire, what we want to get out of a relationship, what we're looking in a relationship. It's not like we're just blasting through this as quick as possible like we did as teenagers. Neither one of us are teenagers. We're far from it. So it's again, I mean, I was thinking about, I'm basically a gigolo, as close as the truth as there is. The amount of girlfriends I've had in 20 some years is just, it's asinine. That's the only good way to put it. It's asinine to think about how many people I've actually been with. And none of them, and I will honestly say this bottom of my heart, none of them have ever given me everything that this one has. And I'm not talking finances or anything like that. It's the emotional support. I've never had anyone that has been so closely linked to me that is able to provide me with an emotional support. I mean, it's been a shit year for me anyways. I mean, the loss of my mom. That one still haunts me, I guess you could say. To have somebody that is willing to be beside me through that whole episode is just mind-blowing. And I think that's, I mean, I hate to be thinking that way or whatnot, but to be honest with you, without the loss of my mom, I don't know if I would have had that emotional connection or not. I think it sort of helped me along, if that is bizarre as that is. I think it actually opened up a lot of things in a good way, not sitting backward in line or whatnot. I think it actually opened up a lot of emotional feelings that I tried to bury for years. And again, finding somebody that is capable, if anything else, capable of helping me through the tough times. And likewise, I know she was in a pretty dark place for a while there too, and it's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. I'm not going to abandon you. No friggin' way. Now I find out my one cousin is going through the same issues. And I hope that his parents are going to make it through it, because I mean, anytime any of our parents end up in the hospital, it's not a good situation. I mean, it would have been tough if I was like 16 to 18. I know that. I'm aware of it. Being that I'm at the age where I'm at, I had a lot of good years with my mom, and it was good years. I mean, she was my emotional rock. She was the one that I could talk to about anything and everything. And so, I mean, I'm not discrediting any moment that I had with her, because every moment I had with her was fantastic. And that's going through the ups and the downs. The relationship was fantastic. And I mean, even now, my father and I sometimes have seen eye to eye and sometimes not. But more so now, we seem to basically like, hey, I'm not abandoning you, and you don't abandon me. We're in this together, and that's all it is to it. I mean, I I'm not the type to abandon my parents. I never have, and I never will. And they mean everything to me. They have given me a lot over the years, and I mean, likewise, I've tried to be the good son. I've tried to give them as much back, and I mean, there's a lot of things I never told my parents. I think Dad's just starting to realize it. The lawnmower wasn't as cheap as I said it was, and I never said what it was. We needed a lawnmower. The other one blew up. Literally, the engine blew out of it. I got quotes for repairing the engine, and I even looked at my schedule and went, I need a lawnmower like yesterday, but I mean, if I tore it down and I rebuilt it, the parts are this much. Here's my time. I know I have no time to deal with it, but here's my time. What we looking at? And it's like, this is just mind-boggling. The cost of the parts and then the time to do it. And of course, you look at your time and go, okay, well, parts are like, say, some dumb number, $2,000. And you're going, okay, a new machine's $8,000, so I'm saving myself $6,000. Okay. Then you start looking and going, okay, but if I do that, it's not just the engine. I might have to rebuild the hydrostatic pumps. I might have to do this. I might have to do that. And you're starting to break it down and you're going, okay, hypothetically, top end, it's going to cost me $4,000 for parts, right? Okay. My time. And you always, unfortunately, everyone always goes, my time doesn't mean anything. I'm saving money. It's $4,000 cheaper. Put a dollar sign in front of your time. And this is the key factor. I mean, yes, I get it. Your time is your time. You're not making money on it. You're not losing money on it. Your time is time. Put a dollar sign in front of it. Say, okay, if this was anybody else, they would charge, say, $30 an hour. And then you figure out going, okay, how much time would it take me to do this? Then you start going, okay, it's going to cost like $3,000 worth of my time. That's $3,000 you could be doing with something else that could be important for where you are, what you're doing, or things like that. And as soon as you do that, you change your mindset and go, okay, so now it's going to cost me $7,000 for this lawnmower. $8,000 is the new one. And you go in. But the new one has warranty, and the new one, besides the warranty, is all new parts. I'd be putting new parts in an old machine, so sooner or later something else is going to bugger up, right? So it was like, yeah, okay, well, maybe I'll inquire on a new machine. And then I did the inquiry in the new machine. Yes, it was $8,000. And it was like, okay, well, that's pretty steep. Will you take trade-in? And they went, yeah, absolutely. Even though you have a blown engine, we'll still take trade-in because, I mean, there are still parts on yours that are usable for somebody else. And it's like, yeah, okay, great. They gave me $2,000 on a machine. And it's like, cool, right? I mean, better than expected. And I don't have to get rid of the old piece of crap. They'll come and pick it up and exchange it with the other one. Beautiful. So now we're at $6,000. Well, to get it in, it's going to cost a deposit. All right, no problem. I put $2,000 down. It was $2,000 down. Okay, now we're sitting at $4,000, and I know $4,000 was still too much. And it's like, okay, when the machine comes in, I will tell my parents that it was $3,000. They pay $3,000 for it because I'll put an extra $1,000 on it. So, yeah, I actually paid more for it. we needed a machine. It was like, I mean, the grass was like 2 feet thick as it is. I mean, we needed it, and we needed it now. So I dished out the extra little bit. And that's just one example. I've done that with a lot of equipment around the yard. That it wasn't. I mean, yes, my parents would have paid for it, not an issue. But that wasn't the point. My mindset is, okay, but who's going to be using it? It's going to be mostly me, right? So I can't have my parents pay for the entirety of it. We should be mutual in it, and I should pay for part of it, and yada, yada, yada. Did that with the tractor. Did that with the lawnmower. Did that with the side-by-side. They think they paid for the entirety of it, no, they didn't. I paid for part of it. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. Consciously, though, I feel a lot better for doing it. I am going to have to start hauling this. I guarantee. Now these ones are actually the smaller. Oh, they're still 180s. I think I started with the small ones and then I switched it out. I guess I should actually start hauling some of these out of here. We got a lot of rows out here, man. A lot of rows. But yeah, no. So, relationship-wise, a few things happened, actually. Her father was distracted most of the weekend, and understandable. Lots going on with his mindset. Nothing bad against me, nothing like that. Work related. So it was detrimental to his mindset. I get it. I understand. Being that I am a bit older, I actually understand more than, say, an 18-year-old. A lot more than 18-year-old me, let's put you that way. So, saying that, we eventually did talk. We actually had a really good conversation. I couldn't sleep anymore, so I got up, got dressed, came downstairs 7 in the morning. My usual time that I normally arise and sort of quasi take nourishment and move. I came downstairs and there he is downstairs and he apologized profusely. He says, I have been distracted. That's what's going on. I apologize. And I said, you don't have anything to apologize for. I get it. I understand and whatnot. I've been there. The situation that he was going through, I've been there before. I understand. And he goes, oh, okay. Bit of an ease of mind and that. And he says, yeah, no, the first impression of seeing you and that coming out of a truck that's filthy and that. I said, yeah, I apologize. I said, I was on a job site for one. It was wet roads getting out there for one in the country. So I get that part. And I said, then I got combine dust on it and everything else. And I said, I didn't have enough time to wash it and I apologize for it. And he goes, hey, you're honest, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, cool. Yeah, we said our apologies and whatnot, and then we started talking and a bunch of other stuff, and he says, the one thing he says, it's one of the things that you always got to watch for with a father is you always are protective of your daughter and stuff like that, and he says, and I kind of am too. I went, yeah, no. I said, if it was my situation, I'd be the same boat as you, right? I would be crossing all the T's, dotting all the I's, and making sure everything goes accordingly. I said at the same time, understanding that it's our relationship, our needs and focus and whatnot. He goes, yeah, no, he says, I understand. Been there. He says, I was young once too. I went, yep, nope. We're both seeing eye to eye. Okay, no problem. And he did say, yeah, no. He says, I honestly will tell you that no issues. with your relationship and that. He says, I hope it really does work out for you guys. So, I mean, hearing that from him, huge. Full tank. Oh. Him. Right. Okay. I was trying to think out why my cotton picker was telling me it was full. It ain't the cotton picker. It's this guy right here. This guy needs to go out and pick up that guy right up there. So no, I was... In a lot of ways, I'm relieved. It actually worked out pretty good. I'm happy. Girlfriend's happy. I'm actually really hoping she gets a job up here, because then she can move in. And I mean, again, not trying to rush anything, but I actually honestly think she might be the one, if that makes any sense to anybody. You know, when you get older, you get feelings about certain things and whatnot, and this one is checking all the boxes, and in some regards, that's a little frightening, because I've never had that, ever, and the 20 or 30 odd friggin' girlfriends I've had, not a single one of them have ever checked all the boxes that I was sort of set in my mind. It's never happened. Some ways I don't actually fully understand it. I'm happy that it is, but it's never happened. So, again, I don't want to set myself up for failure. That's the last thing I want. It's the last thing on my mind. But at the same time, to me, it feels right if we actually do move in together. Because, I mean, we make a hell of a team. I've never said that about anyone before, so... Well, not anybody I've dated, I should say. My worker does not count, alright? I mean, we make a hell of a team, but I love the man, but not like that. And I mean, he has even said, he goes, you know, I would normally say, hey, you know, you might want to be careful of this, or hey, you want to rethink this plan of yours, or hey, you know, do this or that. He goes, no, I can see the difference in your body language. He says, she is perfect for you. Don't let this one go. And he met one of my exes, so. And actually, like, I mean, our relationship as a boss and an employee at that time, he went, yeah, no, she's a nice girl. She's like pretty good looking, you know, and he got a few things going. And then after he knew her for a little bit, he goes, you know, she is not right for you. And well, a lot wrong with that relationship. I mean, was it somebody to talk to? Yes. Did she understand what I talked to her about? No. Not even close. She was one of the ones that you really had to explain yourself 400 times before she'd actually maybe understand. And that wasn't even the worst part. It was the fact that she chose her brother over her boyfriend and said that her brother knew best for her, which sort of got me questioning a bunch of stuff, and especially the fact that I found out her brother hit her once while drunk, and when I was going to step in, she backed him up before me, and it was like, not a whole lot wrong with this picture, so yeah, I sort of calmly backed away from it. And I talked to her about it and said, I like you and whatnot, but there's a lot of negativity in this relationship. She goes, yeah, I know. And that was the first time. No, not the first time. Second or third time that I was dumped. And yeah, no, it's. I still don't understand. I don't know if she had a weird relationship with her brother, or maybe that wasn't really her brother. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know these things. I'm an idiot that builds stuff, I guess. I don't know. But if you're ever wondering why I'm always constantly distracted while playing lately, it's because of this new one, and I really do want this one to work out. So if you see like I'm distracted or whatnot and working on a text or whatnot, that's the reasoning, and it's she's a healthy distraction. One of the very few that I'll actually admit that she's a healthy distraction. I can live with that little chunk nugget out there. Chunk nugget, that's new terminology tonight. Chunk nugget. Man, am I also stuffed up tonight? I don't know. Don't know why. Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. Dude, I wonder why I'm stuffed up. Maybe it's all the dust and the wind blowing in my face all day. Let's try to find Chunkerts, the magic wizard. No, he's actually doing pretty good. We might get that contract done tonight, too. Him. This is the one I'm looking for. Yeah, no, we were setting a beam on a house, getting the first foundation walls and everything all set up and done and whatnot. And the first thing we did was pack the crawl space dirt, and well, that was a lot of dust, and it didn't pack worth a damn. That was pretty much pointless. It turned to frickin' powder, and powder don't pack. It just created more of a mess, and so in the end, packing powder didn't work out. So we got the beams cut and set, and it looks great. It's all nicely leveled. Got a couple eye joists set. It's looking good. We do have to work with the walls. They're like at the base, they're perfect. But the tops, even with the plates on, a little wonky. So we'll get them set. We'll cut all the joists the same, and it'll be fine. We'll make it work. Sometimes it just takes a little extra effort. Yeah, these are 75s, or the other ones are bigger. Yeah, ones are bigger. Good, because then we don't have as many to frickin' offload. And FYI, we desperately need to bring this one in because this is our golden child performance. This is where we really make the cash. Really? We're doing it that way. Okay. Well, we'll haul some of these out. I have a really good rum. I haven't had that rum in a while. I mean, I will admit, we were cuddling on the couch, and we started talking about the possibility of marriage and stuff. Which, you're with the right company when you can actually jokingly sit down and go, okay, what do you think? Now I say jokingly because neither one of us had full intent of proposing or doing whatever or whatnot. That wasn't the case. I think I can only get one more on. Oh, I know why it did it like this. Yeah, okay. I get it. One of the bigger bales got on there and it went the other way. See the bigger bale on the bottom? You wouldn't think the 180s are that much bigger, but they are. Hey, where is this going? I know the fermenting silo, but is it the fermenting silo at the shop? Field 32, fermenting stave. No, pardon me. Holy crap, I can breathe. That's wild. So what else has gone on since I left? I mean, the trip down there was, for the most part, uneventful, except for the corner of a major highway and a sort of quasi-major highway. Came up to it, I could see flashing red and blues and a bunch of other stuff. Then I realized a frickin' helicopter took off and going, oh crap, here we go. A major accident, right? And they have us detouring down, like off the road, down into the ditch and up onto the main road, right? Why? Because the gravel truck found its demise, you could say, against a combine. And you're going, okay. Combine didn't actually look like it was too damaged. It was one of those big new John Deere X9 1100Cs. The combine itself didn't look touched. It survived a head-on collision with a gravel truck pretty good. The hydrofoil or Hydroflex header, on the other hand, not as much. That was a little wrinkled. The gravel truck, on the other hand, was toast. The header chopped off the roof line of that truck like it was a sardine can. It basically turned that poor little gravel truck into a sardine can. Even the box, the gravel box that was on that thing was rolled and peeled back like it was butter. The gravel all over the highway and everything else. Looked like the guy from the combine was outside talking to the guys and whatnot, and he was fine. The gravel truck guy, I'm guessing, was the one that they airlifted with the aircraft. I think. I don't really know. It didn't look good, and I mean, even from what I could see, I mean, we're down in the bottom of the little freaking coulee thing, driving it through, and it was like, I couldn't quite tell, but it kind of looked like blood. It might have been blood. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm not going to say too much because I don't know. That's on the other side, isn't it? I want to say it's this one. Fermenting stave. Because that is the TMR. So yeah, it's the fermenting stave. To ferment or not to ferment? That is the ultimate question. Bonk. Ow. Alright. 0%! We hauled one bale. 0%. Hope you enjoy the zeros. Holy crap. %. I think we're going to be hauling for a little while. Of course, these are the small bales too. It takes 2 bales to make a %. That is wild. Meanwhile, there's me dragging it. I can't quite pick it up, but I can drag him. 3%. Still 3%. Yay, look at that. We hauled 4% of the bales. That's special. Holy crap, friggin' eggs. While we're here, I gotta go back anyways and haul. Market stall 3,100. That is a good price for it. Bloomingart Bakery. I feel like there's an extra one here, but container type, unloading material, all. Oh, any. Sure, we triple stacked it. No problem there. I mean, I do have I think I got a fair bit of wool, like 4 stacks of frickin' eggs. That'll be good cash. We got 1 pallet each. Yeah, 1 pallet each of wool. Not a big concern at this point in time. We got other things that are more pressing. Need to get done more. Oh yeah, I also had, I was supposed to do this handicap washroom for a client of mine. Didn't really want to do it, but I told him, I mean, if you can't find anyone else, I mean, I'm not going to be upset if you find somebody else to do it, but if you can't, I'll do it. I'll make you a quote. We'll just get it done. Okay, no problem. Alright, cool. So I get a phone call while I'm down south, and they phone me up and say, hey, we found another guy. He can do it right away. Gave us a decent price. Do you mind if we go ahead with this other guy? And I said, nope, I already said you can. And they went, yeah, we know what you said, but we just, really? There we go. One beauty about a big truck is those extra steering tires in the front actually are helpful. We just wanted to make sure that there was no actual issues. Nope, none whatsoever. So, yep, they got this guy, and they quickly do it. He's working away. Now I get a phone call from the actual owner, and he goes, so, he's kind of a friend of mine anyways, but he's actually doing a decent job of the bathroom and whatnot. I went, oh, cool. But we have a problem with the clients, with the lease, with the crappy flooring that they're putting down. I went, oh, okay. I have huge problems. It's up to them to do it and all, but could you come take a look? And I said, well, I won't be back up to that area until Monday. I said, it's probably going to be like yesterday before I can quickly take a look, because he knows that I'm a big flooring guy. I do a lot of flooring. And I took a look and went, yeah, I know what's wrong. And he goes, what's wrong? And I said, these guys put the flooring, vinyl plank, right over top the old carpet. Yeah, it works good as an underlay. It'll work good for this. Except you don't use underlay for vinyl flooring. So, yeah. Yep. So, big problems. It's busting in all... Like, they haven't even had any clients in this place yet, and the flooring is falling apart and busting. So... yeah. Nope. Me have issues with this. You have issues with a lot of this, but I looked and went, alright, what are you going to say and do? And he says, well, it's a liability because it's a tripping hazard, and because it's my building, I'm worried that somebody's going to sue because of the flooring and that. And I said, well, it's technically not your issue, it's theirs, right? Yes, I'm aware of that, but I said, okay, no problem, I'll make you a quote. And I figured it out right then and there. I phoned my guys, and they went, yep, no, it's this, and this. Yeah. And I met the guy that was doing it. I know this guy. Shifty doesn't even come close to what this guy is. And yep, he is. He goes, no, it's a professional job. This is what everyone else does. And I look and go, not what everyone else does. Everyone else cuts carpet out of the way, and I know because I put the floor in, not the carpet. Or way back when, I was actually one of the guys that framed the new floor after the fire. So I know what it's sitting on, and I know flooring is good. But they're blaming it on everything else. Well, this looks like a tiny bill. It is a tiny bill. Oh, right. That is right. We did add a couple extra tiny because we came out and swooped around. Yeah, we could put a lot more on yet. You can see the height difference and the difference in the bales itself. This truck can hold quite a bit. Yep, they're all the same. I tell you, it's going to be a long frickin' haul. I don't think I can put any more on. Like, we've hardly hauled a single thing. Yeah, we're full. And if memory serves, the other one can't haul anymore either. How many bales are we hauling on this guy? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think I could haul 20 actually with the actual bale picker. I'd have to grab the pickup truck. And before anyone actually says again, that's not realistic. You can't use a pickup truck with a bale hawk like that because of the PTO. I have you know, they used a pickup truck this year in our field picking that stuff up with a PTO attached. You know how they do it? They have a PTO box on the back end of the truck that you connect to. And you run it using a hydraulic PTO pump. So, poo-poo to you too. They do it. They use it. It's good. So the other ones are actually doing pretty good too then. Because I think for the most part our guys are yeah, he's halfway on that one. A good portion on this one. Other than a little bit down here, but we can work on that. He's almost getting close to being done. He's working his way, almost getting that one done. And we can seed that. These ones need work too. This one and this one have been seeded. Most of our stuff has actually not been. Most of our stuff has not been seeded at all. Our two main ones are the big one up top and the other big guy. That is going to be all wheat. Do believe. And I got to get on to the wheat. The other ones I might do some barley on, or we might use either sorghum or soybeans on the other ones. Depends on my mix that I need. The chickens are actually doing pretty good. And well, that actually worked pretty good. For now, I'm just going to keep this guy here. Let's go get our bale hawk. The hawking and the baling. I'm sure we can pick up like 18 to 20 bales with that. If I can only do like 12 with the other one, then yeah, this will work out better. Nope. I quickly bounced and found a tree. I love my trees that I planted. Those worked out great. I mean, we did have a whole pile more, but we did chip those ones down. Field 160s is 60%. Yeah, we can get a lot on this guy. Wish the backup camera in this mod worked. I think this is all just regular hay. Which means I am going to dump them right here for now. Yeah, that's 13 bales right there. That already has more bales on it than we were even remotely capable with the other truck. Just missed that. I guess I should look. Which crop do I actually need the most? Obviously my wheat. I have no stockpile of wheat whatsoever. Canola and sorghum. Those are my other ones. We did, if of course you missed, you can actually rewatch all of the episodes. You can binge watch. And this is actually one of those big key ones. You can actually binge watch Farming Sim. You can see how I started from this map from ground up to where we are currently, which is actually a fun little thing to do. And then of course, if you missed it last time, we did sell a whole rail car full of soybean, which made us enough money to buy another tractor. Oh, I found the elusive car. Alright, so we want to turn this into operating position. And let's go pick up some bales. I don't know, are these the small ones? Might not be. Might actually tell me to. Oh, those ones are actually pretty good. Well, there's the first three. I forget that I have this one. We have the means to do it proper. Only one size at a time. So that's when we switched. That is when we switched. So these are all the bigger ones. Well, I could put one of the other ones in the box of the truck anyways. Well, so far I have one more to basically fill what we were doing with the other truck. So yeah, I can do 24 of them. Yeah, let's do the ropey dopey. This won't be so bad if I can use this thing the entire way. Yes, crash into the next bale. That'll solve all the world's issues. Just crashing into the bale, and we're good to go. Oh, I thought I missed some of the corner and went, yeah, it's not so bad. That's a pretty good bile right there. I'm not entirely sure I'm happy and comfortable with losing that much. Yeah, this is going way better. I got 18 bales in this truck so far. I know you're supposed to go the other direction. I know. Or use your back tire to, realign things. Yeah, so I can hold 24 bales in this thing. That's pretty good. I think I can manage that. Cool. Well, we cleaned up a pile of these ones. That's technically 2 loads. 2 full loads with the other. Well, that's good. We can move things along pretty good. Yes, I'm doing the ditch crawl, if anybody's wondering. I call it ditch crawl. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I don't know if I should be hitting this at full speed. Glad I didn't hit that any harder than I was going to, because that might have been magical. All over the field. Zoom, zoom, zoom. See, if I don't do the ditch crawl, then it's an abrupt ditch. Alright, cars are all out of my way. I can make the corner. I should be able to do it like this. Even kind of angled my truck right for the backing up. offload here. Boom, boom, boom. 22% hold. Well, that worked out way better. Okay. Off we go again. Zoom, 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 zoom. Slam on the brakes, shifter sideways, and plant your foot. So that, yeah, I guess I could actually throw one of those short bales in the box of the truck and then we pick up the rest. That might work. We're actually moving quite a few bales. And yes, the stream will go on a bit longer than 10. I'll stop, feed the kitty. The kitty needs his wet food. He gets wet food 3 times a day. And no, he's not a kitten. He is a fully... Well, I'm not really sure if he's fully grown. He seems like he's still growing. He's a big friggin' cat. Like, what kind of cat stands taller than most, like... Well, he's way taller than a dachshund. He's way taller than a frickin' corgi. I know that because my sister has a corgi. And he's taller. He's longer. Torments that poor corgi. Like, yo, dog, come here, let's play. He loves it because the dog usually has a string attached to it. I mean, the leash. So he likes to chase the leash. He has a lot of fun with that. So I'm actually pretty happy overall here. We actually have... We've picked up quite a few friggin' bales here. Donk. And yes, I am superhuman strength. This is my realignment rail boring tool-esque stuff. Alright, truck is slightly sideways. It's fine. I don't know why everyone's worried. Yeah, we can do a lot more baling now, and we're sit comfortable. Now think, we've hauled 22% of the bales, and we have done maybe 10% of the bale hauling. Still windy to the south. Alright, let's take a propaganda at this, yeah, he's doing pretty good. He's almost done. Which I guess for a big truck is what we're gonna need, because that's going to the spinnery. The spinnery! Yeah, he's done alright. He's doing alright too. There we go. This is the contraption. So hopefully tonight, one thing we can do is maybe start planting as soon as field 84 is done there. We have literally tons of this field left to do. This might be a pretty big one for us. If we actually can haul all of these bales out of here, we might have quite a bit of extras coming off. Because, I mean, when you consider our contract base, we're 38% done. And we haven't even cracked it. 84 is 67%, and he is 76. Because we have hauled zilch. It doesn't take very long either for us to really blast through these bales and make a pile of them. It's a good thing that we doubled up our rows, eh? That's kind of a big one. Lurch. Alright, off we go. Done again, and off we go. It is bouncing me around everywhere. Oh, 59, 60, 80, 90, 100. Well, we've actually produced quite a few off here tonight. I kind of almost quasi wanted to get this one done, but chances of me actually getting it done are kind of falling apart. But if we can get these other two contracts knocked off, now that is something. Because, I mean, I'll even put this one on hold and get my two fields done. So I guess going back to it, this one will be my wheat field, and this guy be my wheat field. We still have these two left to do, and I think soybeans and sorghum, or both sorghum, because I mean, those we can't plant until April anyways, so kind of one of those things of not big deal. Not too concerning, not a big deal. Man, I tell you, my bacon has actually done really well for my food lately, and it's kind of funny. I say bacon, but this stuff is not bacon. It's steak. I actually am eating basically steak for the next couple nights. It was 2 T-bone steaks in the local grocery store, and it said, well, I'll go back. I watched this old guy go up, and you could tell what he was up to. He was scoping it out, and I know the move well. This old guy was looking at all the pricing. He was looking for the problem childs, right? I call it the problem childs. Really what it is this old crafty bugger was looking at the pricing and looking what it was. And all of a sudden I saw him go, ooh. He grabbed a package and swipe it and put it in his basket, and away he went, right? Now I went, okay, Always watch the old guys. The old guys are crafty. You gotta watch them. So I did the same thing, right? I went up and went, okay, this old crafty bastard, right? There was something that he saw that he liked. What was it? So I go up to it and I'm looking and I go, okay, what was he looking at? I look at the roast first and went, nope, that's a roast. I mean, it's $60 for a roast. Welcome to Canada, where everything's way more money than it should be. I looked at some pork chops. Nope, that was too much. That wasn't it. Then I get over to, like, I glossed over everything, like the steaks and everything else, because I figured, no, right? And I love good steak. They're healthy for you, tons of proteins, tons of other vitamins and stuff. They're actually really, really super good for you. But a lot of times the reason why I don't buy steak and eat steak every night is because, well, it's just too damn expensive. Like a good couple T-bones with any decent thickness and any decent quality, it's gonna run you about $100 for 2 steaks, like $50 a steak. So I can't afford to eat that every night. So I usually don't. So I'm looking, and I glossed over it at first. Then I'm looking at it and I go, holy crap, T-bone steaks, right? And then I look to see what it is, and it says maple bacon. I'm going, that's the funniest looking maple bacon I've ever seen. Then you look even closer and you realize it says $12.99 each on the label, and you're going, yeah, before, I ain't gonna mention it to anyone. The old crafty bastard, he saw it too and went, oh, maple bacon, I can afford to eat steak at $12.99 for per package, and there's 2 freaking T-bones in it that are like 2.5 pounds for a package, and you're going, yeah, I can see it. Guess I'm having steak. Yeah, their DEI hires don't speak English and don't read English, so they don't know what label they're putting on stuff. They just slap it on, put it outside, and go, yep, there you go. And they can't friggin' read or write, so yep. Now I got up to the till, and the young girl looks at me and goes, funniest looking bacon I've ever seen. I went, me too, but I'm hoping it tastes just as good as it looks. And she kind of giggles and goes, oh, I think it will be. I said, you might want to check your meat department. And she goes, I'm thinking so. And I said, nothing against your butcher staff, but she goes, unfortunately, we have to hire diversity, and that's what we get. I went, nope, fair enough. They have more money than I do, so I'll have at it. But holy crap. Which one is F? And G is full again. Man, that's good rum. So, as it turns out, we were trying to fill in time. I'm supposed to be doing this stupid fence job, but I can't get a hold of the guy. For life of me, I just can't get a hold of him. So we start working on my edition again. Well, not really edition, but my work. And then out of nowhere, I get a phone call from a guy going, is it too late in the season to do roof? I said, no, actually, we're still cracking 20 to 26 degrees outside, right? No, not an issue at all. We can still do roofing. Well, it's gonna tap down during the day. We're good. And he goes, okay, cool. That's good to know. You guys basically have the job as it is, but I just kind of need to know for the wife what it's going to cost. And I went, yeah, okay, no problem. Don't have an issue with that. And guess I could haul some more of these bales out here. It's not what I was actually pertaining to. I was actually trying to find my tractor, but hey, whatever. So yeah, he says he basically have the job. And I said, what if it's going to cost you 20 grand? And he says, well, it probably won't, but he says, if it does, it does. I phoned around a bunch of people and they said they won't even touch the job. I went, okay. And I said, what kind of roof is it? Like, is there lots of valleys? There's faces? And he says, what would you consider a face? And I said, well, a side. And he goes, oh, okay, one. I went, huh? And he goes, yeah, it's on my lean-to shop. He says, yeah, so basically all I'm looking for is it to be shingled this year. He says, there's a bunch of work that needs to be done on it beyond that, but just need it shingled this year so it can we can do stuff in the winter. I went, oh yeah, okay, not a problem, right? And I'm going, well, how big is it? And he goes, 60 feet by, I don't know, 30. I went, a decent sized building, okay. Sure, yeah. So I'm just finishing up the price of it tonight, and that way we can sort of have more of a game plan on it. But yeah, it's going to be a fun, quickie little job. And I mean, I'm not complaining about it one iota, because I was kind of looking at the amount of workload and stuff, going, oh man. I mean, this month I'm golden. All my expenses are basically paid for this month. I have nothing to worry about this month. But the next few months I might have to think about maybe advertising again or doing stuff. I hate advertising. But all of a sudden the phone rings and it's like, oh, okay. Am I going to screw the guy? No, I am not. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't do stuff like that. I will give him a fair market value of what I believe is a good, decent price for him. Will we make money as a company? Yes, we will. But I guess in the long run, I guess I could have been a millionaire by now if I charged the way I'm supposed to charge, but I'm honest. I always had the philosophy that some work is better than nothing, and some money is better than nothing. So that'll fill about a week, maybe 2 weeks worth of work, because we talked about a few other things as well, and it's like, well, I mean, you guys definitely know what you're doing, so what's it going to cost for me while you're here to do this, and this? And it's like, yeah, okay. So I'll work that out tonight yet. That's not a problem. I already phoned my distributor and found out my pricing on my shingles and stuff like that and everything. So it's like, yeah, no. Just gotta put the numbers together on an estimate, print it off in the morning, hand it in, and go from there. That might be a quickie, real nice, awesome job for this time of year. I mean, you think about it and you're going, oh wow, yeah, that's gonna be detrimental. We need to do this, and this, and it's like, no, I don't have to worry about it. And FYI, I know I was supposed to go get the other tractor and everything else, but I'm with this truck right this instant. I'm also hauling another 24 bales, get this more facilitated that I need to. I overshot it purposely, so that I could get it angled better. %35 hauled. Yeah, I'll have to work with him next. Where is he this time? Is he down there, or is he... Might be down this way. Which way are you hiding? Oh, other way. I was thinking I was gonna roll this, but I might just frickin' seed it. Be done with it, just get it done. So, yeah, well, that's good with the business. It's going to be like, I'm not much for a roofer or whatnot, but it's going to be a fun job. Especially if there's not too many faces or stuff, it's going to be an easy one. And honestly, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how many people go, that's going to be a weird one. Why would you consider it fun? Honestly, when it's stuff like that, I enjoy it. Especially when it's not too hot out, because I don't handle heat well anymore. I mean, I kind of never did, but it's way worse now than it was before. Okay, let's make more bales. No. Well, kind of. I'll make one more and then I'll switch over. I need to switch over to make feelers. There he is. We still have a pile of cotton over on the other backside that we need to deal with. I don't see really any bales in the middle of the field. I think it's all in the ends, which is, I guess, fine, grand scheme of things. So, yeah, looks like I can actually just go over on the side and go straight down. If that's the case, then all we have to do is haul these bales and this contract is done. Yeah, I'm not sure how much extra cotton we're gonna have, but we'll figure it out. I think for the most part the bales are also not in the way. That wind is something else tonight. And we don't get all the extra edge. As long as I get most of it, I should be kosher. I'm actually quite excited to hopefully maybe move in with the girlfriend. Well, actually the other way around. She'll move in with me. So long as she can find a job around here. That's a big detrimental factor, but I mean, I'm hoping. I have a new outlook on life. That's basically what it boils down to. I have a new outlook on life, and I'm really quite looking forward to the future. I mean, yeah, I've made some pretty drastic changes in my own appearance and stuff like that, too. For one, I had a wicked beard growing. I shaved most of that off. I just have a mustache now. But that's alright. A lot of people go, well, why would you change that for her? But there's a pretty major thing with that. And it's not a bad thing to change your appearance because it might be a step forward in the right direction. Changing my appearance and making me feel better as a whole is not a bad thing. I mean, yeah, granted, I'm a guy. We know that. Guys do have feelings. As odd as that sounds, we do. So, yeah, I'm actually not unhappy. Yeah, I mean, I have been texting her while doing this in the night. Usually when I go quiet, that's usually an indication, because I'm a guy. I don't multitask well. Again, I admit it. I admit my faults. Which is hilarious. So, when it comes to like texting or thinking about how to write something or do something like that, I am butt fucking useless. I have to concentrate on one thing and one task only. When I'm working, though, it's like, okay, well, I gotta lift this 200-pound beam up. I gotta... Crap, there's my nail gun. It's on the ground. I'll grab with my foot. I'll hold it up. I'll grab with my spare hand while holding this. I'll nail this, and boopity boopity boop, we're good. And it's like, how I can multitask and do that stuff, I don't know. But when it comes to everything else, it's like and I have no concept of how things work. I don't know. Of course, I melt around her too, so. She's caught me a few times and going, What are you doing? I went, you're cute. Because my brain basically goes, we got nothing, dude. Maybe, I don't know, roll this at her. Maybe that'll work. There's been a few times it's just been magic. I know why I'm tired. There's no question. I was gonna maybe stream last night, and then it sort of came to a fruition point of stream, like drag my ass upstairs to go on the computer, or this couch is comfy. I think I'll just that happened. I woke up a couple hours after that. I went, I guess I was tired. With the cat sleeping next to me going, hoo, hoo, hoo. He has the cutest little snores. Actually, that brings me up to another story. I thought the girlfriend, because she was here for a little bit and visited for a bit, I thought she had the cute snores. And I was going, you have the cutest little snores. It's like, hoo, hoo, hoo. And she goes, oh. Well, she goes, I don't know. I never, record myself or heard how I sleep. I don't know. I guess maybe, sure. That's kind of cute, right? I'm going, yeah, kind of was. Until she woke up in the middle of the night, heard the same thing, and then opened the door and realized it was the cat outside doing it. And she goes, "Yeah, the cute stars weren't coming from me, it was coming from the cat." And I went, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. And I mean, he was content. He usually is. He's a really good cat. And overall, just a really... I mean, he's smart as a whip. But in a general sense of things, he's just a really good cat. He misses mom. I miss mom. We share that. I mean, he was 100% her cat. No questions asked. I'm a secondary. Like, I'm a close second, but I'm not her. If that makes any sense. He's nearly done. He's nearly done. He needs to go pick up some frickin' cotton. That way we can finish that contract tonight. And like I said, in a few minutes I'm going to do the Be Right Back screen and all that fun stuff. Just because I have to feed the cat. Mr. Fuzz wants to be fed at 10. It's like, human. It's 10. Human. You know what you're forgetting? Mr. Fuzz needs his food. And I did do a DNA test on him. And found out that he is very much a partial. He's not a full. He is a partial Norwegian forest cat. He is... Well, they said he's about 46%. And he's got some tabby and some... They actually said... What the heck was it now? It's like Himalayan or something. I'm not really sure. Anyways, there was a few different breeds mixed in with him, but the number one main one was Norwegian forest. So that's why he has the size. He's got the impenetrable, I was going to say wool coat, but the impenetrable waterproof coat. I mean, he can literally stand underneath the shower and not get wet. He just sort of stares at it like, I'm not sure what you're doing, but you're just dribbling on me. Wish you would stop. But he is so soft. I've never felt a cat with so soft a fur like he does. 10,000. 20,000. And yeah, I can only put 4 freaking bales in this thing. I mean, 40,000 pounds or 40,000 liters of friggin' cotton ain't bad. Yeah, that's it. And I've got three more bales here. Okay. So that's at least one more trip. Okay, hauling 4, so that one's 4. And I get 2, 4. So that's 2 more trips. And 1. That's fairly substantial. So I'll haul these cotton ones out. That'll be my job right now. I'll haul these ones out. He's almost done. We have done a fair bit of baling tonight. But as soon as he's done, I might have to repair him again. And when I come back after feeding Mr. Fizz, I will probably hook up and we'll probably seed at least one of those fields in wheat. That is my mission tonight, is to get those frickin' seeded. It's been a long haul. It has been a long haul, but yeah, as long as we get some of these contracts knocked off, that's the main thing. It's kind of detrimental at this point to get some of these contracts done. I mean, this one's a decent one. I mean, I think it was only 35,000. But still, 35,000 goes a bit of ways. 8%. Hey, 8% of bale is not bad. No, 8.5% of bale. Oh crap. Excuse me, can I have my bale back, please? 25%. 34% for 4 bales. Not bad. Remember, we got 2 more loads, so next one's 68. I might throw the extra one on anyways. Let's work out anyways, because I kind of maybe almost sort of have to go to the bathroom too. And I kind of almost weirdly sort of think the girlfriend's going to phone me too. Which is what happened the other night when I was streaming. All of a sudden the girlfriend friggin' phones me and says, hey, how's it going? Which of course I was fine with. One of these days, I will say it, one of the days, we're going to set her up with a gaming machine when she's working and all, and have her play with us. I think that would be just brilliant. Because, I mean, she's everything to me. Pokey poke. She is definitely my world right now. And I'm oh, speaking of which, bingo, there we go. I will be back in a bit. And I am back after 2 phone calls. Not just one, but 2. Which is fine. One was, obviously, the girlfriend. The other one was a family member. But still, all in all, good to talk to. We did well. In terms of it was actually a good conversation. What were we up to? Oh yes, moving bales. The endless abilities of moving things. We are moving things in directions and such. That's what I'm going with anyways. Sorry for the... I think we were gone for, what, about an hour? I think we were gone for about an hour. It is what it is. I'm not saying hide her hair or anything else. Great demand at the animal dealer. Okay. Does that mean they're slaughtering things? Well, I guess it would say the meat packing plant if that was the case. Oh, what do we have? Well, for the most part, he basically went, is finished? Yes, he is finished. So we got a cultivation job done. We got a corn job. Okay, we'll definitely work on the corn job. 56,000 for the finishing of that job for cultivate. That not bad. I don't know what it's going to cost to fix everything, but 56,000 to do the cultivation was, I think, reasonable. It is windy like you wouldn't believe outside, but yet I don't think anything's going to become of it. Yes, it's windy. Yes, it's cold. But do you think we're going to get some rain? I mean, we could really use some rain. Okay. 69% hauled. We are doing good. Love how Windows stupid sticky keys popped up too. The dumbest friggin' thing. I turned it off, I don't know how many times. Like, sticky keys. Hey, sticky keys. And whether or not I wanted it in English. Apparently I was holding Alt down too often. Okay, well, we have to haul one more full load and then we have one left over. I might try to pack that one extra one anyways. We are desperately close to finishing everything on our side. This one. Oh, there's one bale. All the rest of them are all down here. Well, there's 3. Alright. I might try it like this. There we go. We got 50,000 on here. It's the tower. To the tower with you. I might just unstrap it, throw the bales down for whatever might work for what we're using. And tells me I could actually haul 8 of these bales at a time, so long as I stack them right. A little top heavy. Ooh, it is sketchy though. That's just one bale that's sitting on top, but I mean, that one bale sitting on the extra top like that, it makes it a little bit more wobbly. Yeah, we really need to get on to doing that freaking barley. $77. 86. 95. Oh, so we'll only have one left after. So that went quite well. So that one's completed, so we can collect that. Okay, we don't have any extras. We're at 100,000 now. That's not too bad. Business wise, let's take a look. Let's see. It's Bob's Needles. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the spinnery. Cotton wise, yeah, we're up to 29,000. Maybe 39,000 if we take the bill. But at the same time, what is the price of cotton? It's the price of wool. Wool doesn't really. Wool is not helpful. We're looking for that little. There we are. Dakota Grains 23, 24 for the spinnery. Obviously, where we're at. Bloomingdale's 2,200. So that's 22,000. Yeah, technically it's about $22,000, so it's not bad. That's a rainy day fund for a bale of cotton, if I so desire. I mean, if we do get that field when it's ready, we have one extra bale ready to go, so shit, that ain't bad. We can deal with that. We can deal with those kind of numbers. I can deal with those numbers. So yeah, we need to, well, we can still finish off the baling up on yonder, or I should actually potentially, this is kind of a big potential. He's not so much of a concern. He's back here. He's just down the road a little ways. Yeah, let's, I mean, I gotta go sell this stuff anyways, but yeah, it looks like there's a fair point. I bet this guy's still wasting my money driving back and forth, so got a plant in front of him. But yeah, no, we are all good on this front. So I mean, we might as well hop into the big guy, and we might as well grab the seeder, and we might as well plant these down to wheat. At least we have 2 of them that we can get down to wheat. You are done. Quit spending my money. I can dump my stones into there. Maintenance on my old tractor. I mean, this is my old tractor. 79.7 hours under the old girl. She's got some time on her. I'm glad we made as much money on the other stuff as we did, because this is going to cost a pretty penny to fix this tractor and the rock pick. Those tines are looking pretty beat up. Bounce, 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 bounce on the Koopa Troopa. Alright, let's get this guy all fixed up first. And FYI, the girlfriend's doing good tonight. Well, she wasn't at first, but I think I kind of talked her down. She's having a lot of problems with her sister. And I understand that probably more so than anyone, but the one thing I've noticed with my sister anyways, as time went on, us two have actually gotten a lot closer. I don't know if it's just because we got older or what, but it's kind of like it's actually not near as bad as I was expecting it to be. It's kind of like, the feud between us needs to die because it doesn't serve either one of us. We basically just need to live our lives and just keep moving forward. Technically, this tractor is beefy enough to grab that cedar, but it can't do what it needs to. So I'll just bring the tractor out forward like this. That's fine. Alright. Alright, well, we just did this field, so I can safely assume I can just drive straight across her right now. I don't think we still have 3 other contracts. Like, there's some cotton for field 46. Yeah, it's not that big. Soybeans. It's going to the spinner, yep. Corn and soy. Yeah, so one of these is cotton. One of them soy. So, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, there's the road. Do a little repair on this guy, and then I think I know we have still the field of hay silage to do, but it's not a main concern. Like, we can putter away at that to our heart's content, but while October still reigns as October, we need to get those wheat fields in before we can't. So we'll get this thing repaired, we'll fuel it up, drop those in the bay, and then we'll hook up to the cedar, and we will try tonight to try to get those crops in. And we'll go from there. It is still brutally windy out there. Do a wide enough corner that I can take it at full tilt without tipping. So I'll do the top one and whatnot, no issues there, and then we'll switch over. But yeah, we'll definitely do some wheat. Actually only 10 grand for him, and overall that wasn't near as expensive as I was originally thinking it to be. This will take some fuel. Alright, good enough. Let's go put this back where I think I could probably put it. Let's see. Yeah, about here. Let's see. Now, one of the benefits about having these open sides like this is because then I can just drive the whole thing in without even questioning. It just works out good that way. We are full. Oops. Is wheat, yes. Also just play my other game real quick. There we go. Now I have a cap of 70, so we're good. Alright, let's go up north first and let's get this one going. That's definitely a big unit. Not the biggest. It is not the biggest. It's all we can afford, basically. Excuse me, big tractor coming through. All right. Wheat and fertilizer. There we go. We have a fair bit of fertilizer, like we don't have to worry about anything like that. Okay, actually got most of the corner. Yep. I do have the tractor and the other one out here, but this actually covers a pretty decent swath really quickly. Look at that seating. Yep. It'd be helpful if I actually got most of it. Well, for how rough it is out here, it's actually not bad. So I can keep it going a pretty even line here. That's not bad. We'll burn through some seed, that's for sure. But so long as we get my 2 big fields actually seeded, that's the main thing. So we want to try to get this guy done and field 36. This one I'm not entirely sure what all I want to do over there. I think it's that line. That one right there. As long as I can beetle that one straight across the nose, should be fine. I feel like it just keep going up. She's a fairly straight line. Just a slight recorrection there, and away we go. Bam. That's a fairly decent swath for a friggin' cedar. We'll be at basically 90% by the time we get down there. For seed, at least. We do have a fair bit of seeds. Like, we do have the seed mill itself. Don't have that much for seeds here, but we got 6,900. Getting real close down here. Got a bunch more points built up again, so I can mine a few layers down. And we're hooped once more. I mean, it looks like seeding. Alright, backing off on the corner a little bit. And turn. See if I did that correctly. I did actually do it pretty good. Cool. Okay, I got it basically free-handed down here because I know it's pretty rough. Well, we're definitely getting tired. Some of that's going to be seeded, but or most of it. A slight little rock patch there, but that's alright. Not everything's perfect. Holy crap. I didn't realize how high that was. Well, I seeded some of it too close, but hopefully that's not too bad there. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's actually kind of amazing how quickly we can actually put a field in, because you actually start looking at this and bam, all of a sudden don't look too bad. Still not too close. I feel like I'm miles away, but I'm not actually that bad. We'll just cruise down on this line and see where we sit. Then I could actually maybe set them up as a higher, just go up and down. We're not actually that too close to the tracks there, so that's a good thing. Although when they come out here, that might be the different story. Ah, it's not too terrible. Having it a little ways away from the train is not bad either. I'm gonna have to go over anyways pretty soon. That's where we need to move out rapidly and quickly. Seems like we're doing pretty good. We're just about down the field. Well, may not get much more done tonight. I am definitely starting to get tired. Still might plant some bushes right there. Bunch of bumps and stuff here too. Alright. Made it all the way down the field without any major catastrophes or issues. Which is good. Alright, let's peg him going this way. Some of it isn't, and some of it is. And ka-chunk. Which isn't doing too bad. Biggest thing, though, is I gotta burn down here and pick up the other tractor before he starts getting interfering with them. Now that we made it roadside around, tractor's actually making pretty decent time going across there. Oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon me. He's doing almost 20 kilometers an hour. This bells me all hell. But I think that's going to be it for me tonight. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you are enjoying it and you're new here, you've been around for a while and just not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button on the YouTube side and hit the subscribe and follow button on the Kick side. On the YouTube side, and like the Kick, it's underneath the video. The difference is there was a house scroll on the bottom right corner of the YouTube side. Some say that he's hardcore into smelling seeds. I don't know what that means, but I mean, if you do see him, smack him upside the head and push that button. And of course, make sure to do all the other fun stuff. And we'll see everyone on the next stream. Take care, and thanks for watching.